Hello everyone, welcome to Retracing My Africa. That's me, I'm Dr. Miyoka. Guys, karibu sana. If you're here for the first time, please feel at home. If you're returning to check out another one of my videos, I'm very grateful that you elected to come back. Guys, today I'm going to be talking about the 6 things that could have you deported from the United States of America or prevented from re-entry into the US of A. That's what this video is about. But before I start talking about these 6 issues, guys, I just want to kind of remind us that there's a lot going on in the US with respect to immigration policy, and you need to understand that things are not the same. So things that we used to take for granted previously with respect to travel and stay in the US, they're not the same now. Okay, so do not take anything for granted. Don't take anything for granted. Please take things very seriously when you prepare for travel to the United States of America. People are being deported, people are being denied entry, and people who are in the US of A are also being deported, being queried about their status. So it's very important that you take the issue of immigration seriously. Take it seriously. So in today's video, guys, I want to talk a little bit about travel to the US. By the way, I want to begin by saying I went to school in the United States of America a long time ago. I did my education, my grad school in the US. And so I understand very well the idea that a US visa does not guarantee a traveler with this kind of a visa entree into the United States of America, because there's a lot of people who think if you have a US visa, then automatically you're going to be let in. That's not it, guys. There's no guarantee of entry even with a visa. It is only after you have spoken to a CBP officer, that is the Customs and Border Protection Officer. Once you have talked with them and they have established that you're good to go, then they will let you in. So sometimes you may speak with them and they're not convinced. And if they're not convinced, they will not let you in. So just have that understanding at the back of your mind as you prepare for your travel. Okay, so now guys, let me go straight into the six things that I wanted to talk about. I have them written down so I don't digress. Yeah, so number one, guys, I wanted to talk about documentation. Support documents. If you are traveling to the United States of America, make sure you have the proper documentation. Of course, you need to have your passport, your boarding pass, obviously. If you are going to be returning home, you need to have evidence of your return ticket. You need to show your resources. You have financial resources to stay in the US during the period of stay that you have been granted, and so forth. Okay, and other documentation. Actually, what I would say, what I would do is have the paperwork I presented at the consular processing during my interview. I would have the same documentation with me just in case CBP officers ask. Okay, so have the right documentation. Number two, you need to pay attention to your responses to CBP officers, because when you arrive, like I said earlier, when you arrive at the airport or the port of entry, you will be interviewed briefly by the immigration officers. Be ready to answer questions correctly and truthfully. And like I always say, attitude is everything, guys. Attitude is everything. Okay, be polite, make eye contact, listen to the officers and answer what they're asking you. Don't give them information that they didn't ask. Just answer the questions correctly, answer what they have asked, and just keep it moving, and keep a positive vibe about you. Don't get agitated, don't get irritated, just be calm. Okay, that will help you go a long way. And also I'll come back to this point later, but let me move on to point three. Point number three that I wanted to make concerning how you could easily get deported is your history. Yeah, if you have a criminal history, you have had previous run-ins with the law. Okay, maybe you committed certain violations. Yeah, you had a felony conviction, you committed a crime and went to jail or had to pay a fine. These are things that could easily come and bite you. Okay, easily people are being deported for stuff like that. In the past they had abused drugs and they were arrested and thrown into jail, and maybe they served a term and then they were out of prison and now they're good people. But still, these criminal convictions are working against people. So you need to be aware and be ready to answer any questions that officers ask you concerning your background history. Number 4, guys, country of origin. Recently, I did a video, and you should go watch it, on a looming US travel ban. There's an imminent travel ban that's likely to come up. This is what the international news media and US media have been reporting. And this travel ban, in these reports, the media claim that apparently there's going to be a red list of countries that will be banned from travel to the United States of America. So if you are if you are coming from one of these countries, you will be denied entry to the United States if your country is blacklisted. Yeah. Or if you have certain restrictions placed on your country of origin, that could also play against you traveling to the United States of America. So you need to be paying close attention to the news, guys. Don't just travel and arrive at the port of entry and lo and behold, your country is one of those that has been placed on restriction, full or partial restriction. So be aware. Just keep on watching news if you're planning on this travel. Number 5, sorry, activity on social media. So your digital footprint, as I like to call it, will determine will determine whether or not you can access the US, guys. Some people may have a digital footprint, but maybe nobody even noticed, and so they just got in. But for some people, you could just be randomly selected, and they could ask to the CBP officers could ask to review your phone. They could ask to review your devices, such as the laptop, and look at your social media activity. And if you have been critiquing the US and you're saying negative things about the United States of America, what is going on in the Gaza Strip, in Palestine, things like that could work against you, guys. So just be aware. Be aware. And then point number 6 is actually related to point number 5 that I just made. Your ideology and your political views. Yeah. So which, you see, I talked about your digital footprint, but also, your digital footprint is informed by your ideology. So you have a certain kind of thinking about what's going on in the world, and in the United States of America, in Israel, in the Gaza, things like that. And so maybe you are expressing yourself online, you're expressing yourself privately, like writing things in a notebook or on your phone, where you may be texting somebody on WhatsApp and telling them certain things about all of these issues, what is going on in the world. Like I said, that could get you in trouble, guys. So, because if you arrive at the airport and the CBP officers determine that they want to do secondary screening on you, they could just start looking up on your devices, your electronic devices. They could ask for your laptop, they could ask for your phone, and start reviewing and investigating what you've been communicating and detailing and documenting on these devices. Yeah, or just in your private notebooks and things like that. And that could be enough reason. If they find things there that they don't like, it could be enough reason, guys, to have you deported or told you can't come in. Yeah, so these things are serious, guys. We have to take them with utmost seriousness. If you are planning travel to the United States of America, this is what I would advise. Have contacts that you can reach out to in case you get in trouble at the port of entry. Yeah, it's very important to have contacts of an immigration attorney. If you are a US green card holder and you're having trouble at the airport or the ports of entry, it would be important for you to be able to reach an attorney. So just make sure that you have this contact with you in your diary or notebook before your departure from country of origin or wherever you're flying from. I would also advise that you go online and learn a little bit about the deportation process, the US deportation process, and your rights to legal counsel. This is very important. You need to understand your rights, especially if you are a US lawful permanent resident returning from travel abroad. It's very important that you know what your rights are. Don't sign any documentation at the airport without understanding what it is. You may need to have advice from a lawyer to help you better understand what it is that you're signing, Yeah, so that way you don't find yourself being deported out of the United States of America. So you have to have contact of somebody or people that could advocate for you in case you get in trouble with CBP officers, guys. Yeah, so that's all I came to say. And just to recap, if you're flying to the United States of America, the 6 things that you need to pay attention to that could contribute to you being deported: lack of documentation, proper documentation, your response to CBP officers, a background check, your past history, your country of origin, I mentioned earlier, your activity on social media platforms, and your ideology or political views. All of these things could contribute to you being deported. So guys, be aware and move accordingly. Yes, so I hope you find this video useful. If you did, guys, please consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. And if you already subscribed to my channel, please also consider liking and sharing this video so that we can grow this community. Thank you so much for joining me, and watch out for another video. I'm going to be posting more videos to help you be better informed even as you think about traveling to the United States of America. Asante sana. Bye-bye.